Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings, one and all.
Okay, so I already got my first birthday wish because in the UK, it's my birthday right now. So, woo! So, thank you, Jordan Bonds, for your birthday wish to me. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. We are doing the Real Whovians cast back on Google Hangouts. We're going to try this out and see how this works. And we have the chat open, so I get to see if people want to ask me a question. If you guys want to do super chat, whatever have you, just ask away while we're doing it. And occasionally I'll have the other window open and I'll look and see. I really can't wait for Doctor Who to come back on the air.
Same here.
It bothers me that it's not here. And it's February, and tomorrow's my birthday, and like we heard that it's supposed to come and start
around October.
Well, it was supposed to start originally August.
Yeah,
but now the news today, the rumor is that it's going to start in October. And I gotta tell you, it's even longer. Wait, and I'm a little worried. You know. I really want it. Now you're muted, Scott. I don't know what happened there, but I don't know why it's taken so long to air a new season of Doctor Who, and I'm a little worried that now because we're doing it in October, that we're not even going to get a Christmas special because it's so damn late.
Yeah,
that they can't even do it. They're just going to have Doctor Who during Christmas, but it's just not going to be a Christmas special. Or it's going to be part of the episode count. Which
it's probably going to be set up as one of the possibly part of the episode count, since we've heard that Chibnall was not too thrilled about doing Christmas episodes.
Yeah, we heard a rumor about that, but we'll see. Again, that was coming from Girly Letters on Twitter, so give credit where credit's due. Also, from her thing, they were saying that there's going to be an episode with Rosa Parks.
Something I called. In a way.
And her husband and whatever. And here's the thing. I know we do historical pieces.
Yeah.
And that's fantastic. But we were already speculating that because the Doctor turns a woman,
she's going to spur certain things on. And
they're going to go in the wrong direction. And they're going to basically make this a political show. Me Too, women's feminism, like women's rights. And look, women had rights for so long already. Like nobody should be crying about, oh my God. I mean, everything is fine. The media makes this stuff all crazy. Like
they're stirring things up to make them sound far worse than they are.
So like, I don't want to see the Doctor be responsible for women's rights.
Yeah,
because that would really take away from everybody else, especially if they take away from Rosa Parks and everything else. And I don't want to see. Like I just don't want to see that. I want to see like time and space and what we always see.
And like we said, the first through second Doctor, they did do historical adventures, but they didn't set it up to where he was responsible for those things coming about.
I just don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it either. If they're going to do a historical adventure, do it similar to what they did with the Black Orchid, where he arrives in that time period, and the only sci-fi-ish thing about it is that it takes place with Doctor.
Why can't you just travel through time and space? Why can't you just battle the Daleks, battle aliens, battle creatures, battle threats? Why does it have to be political? And why does it have to be because she's a woman? Now we got to show all women's history and all this stuff. It's like, you're a man writing about a woman. So first of all, it's not going to come off 100% either. Because it's not like it's a woman writing about a woman. Mm-hmm. Does anybody get that? Anybody? Like, I understand what he's trying to do, but at the end of the day, it's never going to be 100% genuine. And this whole movement about women wanting to have the roles for men. There was some other woman that came out. I forgot her name, was an actress. She's like, can't we just create our own roles? Or can't we be known for our own thing than to take stuff away that certain things are not meant to be? Like this woman said that it's not meant to be that a woman's James Bond. because James Bond is misogynist. It's like, you know, womanize, whatever. Like, he's not a friggin' woman. Like, that'd be a disrespect for women. Because in that James Bond that's a woman would be, I don't want to say the word, but, like, I don't want to, this is going all over the place. Doctor Who's going to get too political.
If she played around, one of the YouTuber Facebook people now, they did a little funny thing about if a woman does something, she's a whore. And every little thing
I don't want to say the word, but you said it. There you go.
Yeah, but that's pretty much what it's signifying is that because she played around with every single person that she came across
that's James Bond aspect.
This Bond would be considered a whore.
Right, that's James Bond's aspect. But, and now it is an echo. Okay. Yeah. So, like, I just don't want Doctor Who to lose focus of what Doctor Who is about. You notice how when Star Trek Discovery first started, it had nothing to do with Star Trek Discovery. It had nothing to do with Discovery at all, with like 2 episodes. We're still echoing, dude. We might have to mute for a second, Scott.
Okay.
It might be a thing, yeah. Okay. So, like, we had Star Trek Discovery, that the 2 episodes that has nothing to do with Discovery. I don't want to see that. Just like we had the Iron Man comic, had nothing to do with Iron Man. He was Sorcerer Supreme. Like, false advertisement, first of all. So, could we have Doctor Who be about Doctor Who, Time Lord from Gallifrey, traveling in the TARDIS, saving people and saving lives and putting, like, everybody first before himself, and he's being a hero, and, like, why does it have to be politically motivated? Do we need to hear that he's a Democrat? No, because he shouldn't even be a Democrat because he can't vote because he's an alien. It's only because Moffat is against Trump. And this one's against Trump. And it's like they put their political agenda in Doctor Who, where the Doctor is mocking Trump because Moffat and Gatiss don't like him. And I don't like that. I never liked it when they did it in the comics, where they try to make your favorite hero somebody that wouldn't talk about that stuff. So I don't want Doctor Who. Like, already I'm annoyed again because I'm like, all right, we're going to give Jodie Whittaker a chance. Sure. But don't piss me off with the writing, and don't piss me off with the direction of the show. Like, I want to see him save people and battle aliens and intricate, complex storylines, well thought out, like masterpiece, you know, like not just fighting and this and figuring out how to do things and everything. But I don't want this the whole season to be like women need to be this and women need to be that. Nobody wants to see that. Not even women want to see that. Because even women have been speaking out against Star Wars, that they made Star Wars Last Jedi where it's like unwatchable because it's like they're pushing this agenda and those women are not part of the agenda. So if Doctor Who, I'm telling you right now, you already got people leaving the show, right? You already had classic people from Doctor Who magazine and all parts of classic history going against the system and against their favorite thing, Doctor Who, that they were part of, because they don't want this to happen, right? Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to split the fan base again of the Whovians. Are going to be split down the middle. All us Whovians are going to be split again because you're going to make everybody fight everybody. Let's just have fun and let the Doctor be the Doctor. The Doctor should not be all of a sudden acting. He's a man in a woman's body. He should not immediately be like, I'm a woman, I'm fighting for women's rights. He should be so damn confused that he's never been a woman that he has to adjust. Like, and then he, you know, if he's going to be surprised how women are treated, all right, but you should not do a whole damn season about it. Maybe there's a little thing in an episode or something, but enough. We're in 2018. Men and women are equal. There's no reason for this shit. There's nothing. You have nothing to talk about, these people? They have nothing else. I mean, we could die from like a nuclear war with Korea and everything. And people got to put their stupid agendas in the series. I don't want to see it. Yeah, Scott, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, I agree. I mean, it's kind of stupid, the fact that I'm with you. The fact that when I turn on a TV show, such as Doctor Who, I don't want to see oh, this person influenced this. Now, if it's actually meant to be a historical event, history channel type of thing, where, oh, this is blah blah blah, fine. Like Timeless, I can see them doing that in an episode of Timeless. But in Doctor Who, which is purely science fiction, which is purely meant for fun and entertainment, I don't want to see the Doctor. I don't want to see a companion go, oh, Miss blah 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 or Mr. blah blah blah. Maybe you'd be feeling better up towards the front. You notice they haven't done that. So would they try to influence Black history if the Doctor happened to be Black? Would they influence Asian community if the Doctor happened to be Asian? Just you can run the gambit with all the political correctiveness which they want to try to pull today because they feel that's what people want to see. No, people don't want to see. They proved it with Enterprise, basically. Nobody wanted to see the precursor to Star Trek. It was dull. We already know all the shindig. But I just want to tune into Doctor Who, be enjoyed, and if the show happens to fall upon a historical era, fine. But don't make it a teaching class.
Yeah, please
That's
don't
all
do
I
that.
don't want to see.
Especially,
I don't want
the
to
worst thing ever.
A history developing show to where the Doctor, the companion, tells this person, if you go this route, this will happen. I don't want to see that. And it's going to backfire in their face if they start turning it into more of a teaching type of show.
Especially the point of view of the UK talking about American history. But it's not them talking about American history. It's their point of view and opinion of American history, not exactly fact either, the way they look at things. So, again, it's not genuine either.
We're getting from secondhand, third hand due to reporters over here. So, or the media, which they got sent.
Let's just get back to Doctor Who. Like, can we just enjoy it?
Let's
it's not supposed to be brain.
And don't push some sort of high and mighty agenda.
Just like it should be where kids can just watch it. Like, you're gonna brainwash kids and you're gonna put this stuff in their head about all this nonsense? No, absolutely not. Let's just enjoy Doctor Who. Let's see what's gonna happen. Who's gonna appear? Mm-hmm. How is he gonna? Is it gonna be a hard transition to be a woman? I mean, is he going to like it at being a woman? Is he not going to like it?
It feels as though they're trying to sabotage Jodie Whittaker. That's what it feels like.
Well, I don't know about that, but what if they make it where she doesn't want to be a woman?
Yeah.
That would be an interesting twist. Like, and then she finds out that because she's been messing around with the regeneration energy, there wasn't enough regeneration energy to complete it to be a man, so something went wrong. This is what happens with all Time Lords.
Regeneration energy as a weapon, opposed to just.
And now it just screwed up the regeneration energy, and he's a woman now because of that. Because it's not natural when they can change sex like that. So something went wrong. It's not that he chose it. So I mean, they established that already. You can't just switch sex like that. It doesn't just happen like a regular occurrence. It's always a special thing where something happens. That's a shock. Because even when the general was a man and became a woman, they were in shock. And it's like, oh, back to a man, back to woman, back to normal. And they were like, oh, you were a woman before. They didn't even know. And even Missy said she got an upgrade, meaning she had something done to make the regeneration be a woman. She just didn't become a woman. Maybe she got a potion from the Sisterhood of Karn or something. It wasn't just boom, it happened. So, but again, I'm accepting Jodie Whittaker. I just don't want them to screw it up. I don't want the writers to give her a hard time. What if it's a situation where she has a hard time of it being the Doctor because of the writers make it that way?
Yeah.
We don't even have a writer's list or an episode list or anything. We don't know. I mean, Chibnall is not writing the whole thing himself. So who the hell is writing the episodes? How many do we exactly have? I mean, I know it's supposed to be 10. But what's happening?
Which to me is wrong.
Where's the writer's room? What do we do? What spectacular thing are they doing this year?
Yeah.
Are we really going to have four
Why can't they
companions the whole
postpone
season?
other than, truthfully, by now we should have some notion of what maybe 2 or 3 of the episode titles might be. Just might be. Like these are our first drafts of the show titles.
Right.
Instead of,
and again, if you haven't watched the Real Whovians Kiss, it took a lot, okay? And again, most of us was against when the announcement came. And then gradually as time went on, people were showing us stuff that she's in, and some of us are coming around. So, that's what being open-minded is all about. So, yes, we're giving her a chance. Well, I'm giving her a chance. Scott's giving her a chance. But I just want the writers to give her a chance too, where they're not throwing this stuff on her that making it more difficult for her. It should be about her being a Time Lord and her being the
just
Doctor.
let her be the Doctor. Do story. To me, if you're going to do a historical adventure, like this is a rumor that Rosa Parks is going to be one of the storylines. If they're honestly going to do something like this, to me, it shouldn't be straight from the first season. Let her get comfortable with the role.
Right.
And then if you're going to do a historical adventure of this caliber, wait for her second season.
Right.
I know that sounds like a tiny little. I know how that sounds.
I mean, we want her established. We want her to.
Yeah, we want her established.
We want to see the struggle. We want to see the conflict. We want to see, does this bother her that she's a man becoming a woman? She says, "Oh, brilliant," meaning that she accepted it. But does she really accept it? How hard is the transition going to be? It can't be that you snap your fingers and she's instant woman.
Yeah, she's automatically comfortable.
It's gotta gradually go into it. Like you can't. That's bad writing if it's just like, oh, she's okay with it. And the nonsense that she was a woman before, the stupid joke that he said, that's never happened either. So let's just. They gave a great opportunity to write some wonderful pieces about this. I hope they don't blow it on stupid things. While she's learning to be a woman, she's fighting for women's rights, and she's going. Every adventure she has to do with women being less than a man, and she's got to. I don't want to see this.
Because if you're trying to shoot for equality, that's one thing. But if you're trying to shoot for above equality, which it sounds like it's trying to be, then you're going to shoot yourself in the foot.
Could we be about Doctor Who? I mean, that's what the title is, right? I mean, it's a science fiction show. The last time I checked, right? I mean, is it really necessary to push agendas? I don't understand why that's allowed, because it wasn't allowed before.
No.
And when people do that in the comics, sometimes they get fired. Like when someone put like a message on the cover, they got fired, or people finding out they're doing this, they're like, no, that's not what the company wants that they work for. Could we just have Doctor Who and go back to making the show great again? I mean, whatever. What's up, Vaughn?
There's Vaughn. Hey. Hello, Vaughn.
Hi, Vaughn.
Hello.
So, Vaughn, we're caught in a dilemma because we're discussing the fact that two things. One, possibility that Doctor Who starts in October, which we have no control over. That's a rumor. That's not the main thing, actually. The second thing that's actually the main thing is that they are going to do women pieces, like big time, like Rosa Parks and the whole thing and the family and like, okay, I've never heard that we're going to talk about Rosa Parks' husband. Now you're going to portray...
Why are they doing this? Because first of all, this is Black history, and it's not even British Black history. It's American Black history. So I would not trust a show that mostly up until that point about British history. Yeah. They have not touched Black history. So don't think because you have a female doctor now that it's okay to start delving into subjects that you have no conscious whereabout.
See what I'm saying? And this is not just me, because it's my show. So this is coming from Vaughn herself. Now, Vaughn, I'm going to send you this because I really want you to take a look at it. And while we're on the air, and you could tell me, this is what we're getting.
Let me see. Can I bring it up? Because I'm on my
Oh,
I'm
you're on the
on my
phone. Okay.
phone.
Well,
Yeah.
basically, all right. Here's the thing.
Do you see? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
David Rubin is going to play Raymond Parks in Block 2. And Fred Gray is got. That's another one too. But
So let me
Aki. Yeah. Okay.
let me just get this straight. So let me guess that they're gonna make it seem like she's the one responsible for putting into Rosie Parks' head to sit on the back of the bus. Is this how we're gonna play?
What an outcry would that be?
Is that's what you're trying to tell me? That somebody who has played an instrumental part in Black history is going to be responsible for making that decision for some alien who hasn't dealt with Black history at all. Thank you. No.
Right. A white woman. That's a time lord. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what. See, you know what it is? It's like they're doing things that looks good on paper, but it's not really good.
You know, I just don't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just don't understand why they want to mess with something that, I mean, okay, I see. I figured this was going to happen because the social commentary stuff is getting out of hand. Just don't go. Speaking as an African American woman, please do not try to dictate in a fancy show how Black history is supposed to be. Don't get it twisted that you have the right now since you casted a female actress that you can go around doing social justice stuff. You have no comprehension of what it was like back then. And I'm sorry, they're British, so they would not have any rights of what's going on. They don't have no absolute positively, no comprehension of what it was like to be a Black person in the 60s. You know, I think they're going too far now. I don't like the fact they're doing that.
You're not the only one, and I'm white.
Like I said, like when Whitaker, or even the fact that a woman was chosen or possibly chosen, that was one of my fourth concerns. And now that because that's what I was thinking of. That was one of my fourth concerns. Are they going to take historical things about women and have it set up to where the doctor's the one inspiring these little kicks to go the right direction?
You know what the funniest thing is? The funniest thing is that these things, like say the fan show, whatever, they'll be putting stuff all over Twitter like, "Hey, the doctor's gonna tell Rosa Parks that she needs to fight for women's rights," and isn't this great? And it's like, no,
like, because there was so many things that Rosa Parks was doing behind the scenes that it did not cause some alien white woman to tell her that she needed to sit back on the bus. She was already working behind the scenes to make changes, which they're not going to do it on the series. They're not going to say that, but they're going to also try to manipulate, I guess, who is her husband?
Yeah, I guarantee they make him be like an evil son of a evil man.
No.
And like putting woman in her place type of, oh, come on.
No. I don't trust them to do a proper Black history. I mean, it's just, to me, and I'm not trying to be racist or nothing, because I feel strong about this because I have actually lived through racism in my own life. So the fact is that, first of all, don't do that, Dr. Who. You are a kids show. Stay in the kids show's place. You do not we try to rewrite history that's so firmly ingrained into American history, especially my culture. You don't come over here and tell us, even though you have never did one single episode with American people in it, you're not going to tell me that you're just starting to do this because, oh, it's something we haven't tried. No, you're doing this because you want to make a point. And do not start messing with time. Do not do that, because how you can even explain that to a child who has no concept of Black history in America? How are you going to go up there and tell that child that this is not how it happened? You know, you're not that type of show. I'm sorry, you do not do stuff like
So,
that.
are we going to have a storyline where she's the one, or the doctor, one of the doctor's companions, is the one who asked or inspired Martin Luther King or somebody to
Yeah.
sit at the counter? Is that the
And let
next
me
thing we're going to have?
and let me say this. This is not because she was cast as a female. I would be saying this if she was a male still. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. You do not do Black history. I'm sorry. That's just it. Unless you're doing it in an intelligent way where we could take lessons from it. This is basically your attempt to do social justice stuff
Unless
and
Yeah.
unless
have
they
Oh,
have
yeah.
her visit Rosa Parks and she just has the companions witness from afar what's happening and what a great woman she was, and not interfere at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that, to where the doctor runs into her, or runs into one
I
of the
hope not.
companions runs into her, and it's like,
I
oh, that's
hope
interesting. This is somebody who I've always wanted to
but see,
meet. I could see
here's
them
the
doing that. But this whole
here's
thing about, oh, Rosa, here's a
yeah.
here's a great idea for you to show some sort of coup de grace. The front
I
of the
just
bus is a lot more comfy. They've got
it's
heated
just
seats.
I honestly am
I
not
don't
trying to
think
bash
this is a
anybody, but I
good
think this is
idea.
a bad idea. It's a bad
I
idea.
don't think this is a
Yeah.
good idea. Because
You're
simple
not
fact,
winning me over doing this.
because simple fact, you have people that are in British history only. You have British writers writing something about American history that they probably just have a little bit of a grasp of the situation. There's
Right, a little bit.
so much more to Rosa Parks than her sitting back at the bus
And
that
this
you
isn't
have
a.
no
First of all, I want to basically, because we have to explain ourselves, because some people are going to jump to conclusions that we're bashing, Great Britain, the UK, when listen. We're just saying you have no right to basically talk about this
exactly.
because you don't have any experience in the thing, and you can't don't use Doctor Who as a platform for your political agenda and your perception of reality. Because again, ultimately, it isn't fact; it's
A
perception.
children's show or a family show.
Mm-hmm.
There are
It's going
stuff
to come
that they're
back
going to
and
write, but
bite you
their
in the tuchus
perception.
if you do something like that.
The
And if
Doctor
it
should not be a
doesn't go
part of
over
it.
well, the backlash is going to come towards Jodie Whittaker more than the writers or the directors, because she's the head of the show. It's going to also come against Chibnall, because he's the new front
The
runner
Doctor
as well.
did not give women their
No,
rights.
she
This
didn't.
is like let's not get carried away.
And also, I mean, okay, let me explain myself better than it because I was just, I was just upset. Here's where I'm coming from. Okay, it's good to do history. Everybody should know about American history and Black history in particular because there was such a traumatic and pivotal time in our country, in our nation. We still have a long way. But here's my thing. The writer of this piece of work is probably British. And I'm not saying that y'all don't know, but y'all don't. I mean, if it was coming from an American writer, then that would be a different story because at least they have some glimpse of what had happened. But I'm
Still,
just
you
don't think,
want to see it because of what could happen.
yeah. And I'm saying this to be, I'm not trying to go against Britain or nothing. Y'all fine country, but I just don't feel confident that y'all would tell the story with the grace and gravitas that it needs. This is a serious story. This is people's lives was lost because of this movement. It's more than just her sitting on a bus, and that's how I feel that y'all looking at this
All right,
as if people's lives was lost because of this movement.
you lost your microphone. Fine.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If it's more than just people sitting on a bus, and that's how I think that y'all gonna view it. Y'all cannot use this woman's husband for anything because it just disrespects the movement. I don't feel comfortable with y'all writing a fictional piece against a real life person. I mean, and if you going that way that he was manipulated, then that's just wrong because you're dealing with a serious point in time.
So
You're
Yeah,
not
we
exactly
have.
what
dealing.
they
Well,
go
1 second, Scott. 1 second.
do it,
1 second,
though.
Scott.
They're going
Scott.
to be influenced by some alien thing or what? I mean,
1 second. We have Paul. Were you watching this, Paul? Paul. Hello?
Paul?
Paul's frozen.
Ugh.
Freezing. Oh. Hello, Gloria.
Hey, Gloria.
Hey, Gloria.
Okay.
All right. Well.
Well, see, this is why we don't do this.
Frozen.
Because they can't talk. Gloria, you hear us? I see Gloria's red nose, or the lighting makes her nose look red like Rudolph. Gloria.
I'm not seeing that at all. I'm just seeing the picture of Daryl and Carol hugging.
Oh, I don't see that at all.
I see that on my end.
And
Paul, do you hear us? You see us. Gloria.
Hey.
Hey! Welcome back. Hi. We got a hey, everybody.
All right.
We got a hey. Google allowed her to say hey. All right. Maybe tomorrow we'll get 3 words. Thank you, Google. Gloria. Please, I want to hear your opinions. Gloria. This is what happens, man. This is why we do our other thing.
Sabotaging
because
us.
We're trying everybody can talk.
hard.
Hey, Paul.
Paul,
can you hear us? Please, somebody could talk. And now I got echo from Scott.
Oh, good Lord.
God. Wow. So many technical difficulties. Paul had stuff to say because Paul is from the UK.
Yeah.
And he wanted to give an opinion. Hello, Gloria. Hello. Okay. We can't be doing this the whole cast, so we're going to continue. If they can talk, please chime in. Okay? You are loud. All right. So, anyway, what did you have to say, Scott? Because I know you have something to say.
Comment in the sidebar.
Now, people could comment on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anybody commenting, but we got views. We got 7 people watching us, so make us know you're alive and say hi. If you have any questions while we're talking about this, again, we love Doctor Who.
Yeah, we do. It's just
I love the UK, for giving us Doctor Who. So this is not a hate cast, obviously.
No. It's just.
Oh, you hear us?
It's just I want to see if you're gonna do civil rights, just do it intelligently and not do it for a gag, because that is a very serious subject in my life.
Yeah.
It's just I lived in Mississippi, so I mean, and I've been, on the receiving end of racism. So it's not something to be tread lightly. I don't really care. It's a serious subject.
Oh, it definitely is. And you know what? I would hope that we live in a society now where if not everybody believes everybody's equal. I mean, you are one of the best things to happen to the Whovians cast. Scott, you, Gloria, I mean, you each contribute something amazing, and it's like, stuff that you have to go through. I can only imagine, and it's really horrible that you have to do all this. You have to go through these things, So, Gloria, Paul, no? All right, we'll have an off-air conference about what platform we're going to be doing this on, or things, because this happens too often. We try to come back on here without technical difficulties, and then it happens, and then there you go. All right. Also, the Doctor Who starting October. That's not cool at all. I mean, I don't know.
They done pushed it way back. So,
could you guys hear us or no? Still can't? Somebody's trying to talk. Is that you, Paul? Let me see if that could somehow magnify their microphones to see if they could be super loud. Okay. Guys, can you try to talk? Paul? Gloria? I got you on the highest.
I don't hear any of them.
You don't hear anything.
Yeah.
All right. I want everybody to have an opinion. We may have to do this on the other thing. So we'll have to continue this, guys. All right. Again, there's a reason why we haven't done stuff on Google, because I want things to work when we're in a cast. It's very annoying when people are trying to watch us go into our big debate, and then most of the cast were like, "Hello, can you hear us now?" Type of like.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of times we've been doing it on Zoom, and this is what happens. So, all right, that's it. We'll be back on the Zoom. Take care. Bye for now.